a Velcro straps.
Here we are at Dillon Divide. Dave and I are gonna start a ride out to Messenger Flats.
This bike feels heavy.
I wonder why. I think we figured it's what, 16 miles?
Yep.
4,200 feet of climbing. It's mid to late August 2022. It's probably the worst time. It's the hottest time of the summer and highest of fire season probably, or in case there's any issues. But our biggest concern is one, the temperature, and lack of water, which we're carrying. I have 4 liters on my bike, and Dave has 2 liters plus
2 on my back, phase 2, and this. And then I got another one. Actually, I got another one of these in the backpack as well.
I think we're probably have about 8 liters then, I would think, if not more. And then the idea is to do a loop. We're going to camp out at Messenger Flats tonight. And then the idea is to go back Santa Clarita Truck Trail to Bear Divide.
Yep, Magic Mountain.
And it'll be a loop, and then we'll end up coming up this serpentine portion of the road here and get back to the car Sunday morning. And then over there we just saw the, what is it, the hang glider company?
Yep.
Goes up May Canyon. If you want to hang glide.
Wind Sports Silmar.
I don't know if you can see them. There they are. They're in the pickup truck. I think they have a key to the gate.
That was my sport in the 90s. Traded it in for a family in this.
What time is it? 11:19. Only going 500 feet. Here's our first rock slide. Those with better skills or less equipment could certainly ride it, but we walked it. Last time I was here, I got a sidewall gash, so I'm a little paranoid. Almost mile 2. Highland Saddle, I think it's called. You can probably hear the power lines. And that looks out on the valley. And how far have we gone? Like barely 3 miles?
2.7.
Not even 3. I'm just slowing down for the camera.
That's right.
I'm sure some people could ride this, but I lost my footing back there a little bit. This is one of the few remaining canopies that hasn't burned. What mileage do you have? 4.1. 4.1, so it's 4 miles. This was snow when I was here before. Okay, so there's from where we came, and according to Google, this is Mendenhall Saddle, and I want to say it's at like the 4.5 mile mark. I'll look it out there on the valley. This is, I have to look on the map and see where this goes, but I think that might be a dead end. That old trail there, you can see the gate. And then this is where we're on Mendenhall Ridge Road, and we're going to continue.
This is one of those new tail fin bags that you don't need raisons to get it on. It's just self-strap.
3 liter.
3 liter, $90 bag. Perfect for carrying a $12 Subway sub. And some stands. It doesn't go in the sandwich.
Yeah, that was probably our mistake too. We should have back out of the bag.
Well, we still got more than halfway to go, Dave. If I didn't have the bags, you could probably ride through it, right? It's so sketchy. A little bit of a downhill after Iron Mountain Saddle. And now this soft dirt. This is pretty cool. Shame it burned down. Nice.
Man. That was like the... Whew.
There's where we're going, that group of trees, I think. So we only have a mile and a half to go to the end of the climb. We're going up to those trees. That's Lightning Point, I think. This last, what, 4 miles? It's been pretty brutal. I didn't shoot any video of the Lightning Point group campground. I did go up there and have a look around. It's technically closed, and it looks like it's been closed for a while. It may have been closed as long ago as this 2009 station fire. I did come across a water spigot, so at one point there was water up there. And it would have been nice if there was water, because the biggest issue for this ride was the lack of water. We went in August and we had 8 liters of water, and that really wasn't enough. So if you do this ride, you're gonna have to carry all your water with you.
We are less than half a mile from the campground. Just figured we'd stop and show this view, because we might be dropping down in and we won't have as much view.
Hope we can find a place.
This is the campground. We already packed up, but thought I'd just get a little video of it. I don't know if I did this last night. I might have did this last night. This is what it looks like this morning.
About 8:30. We're about to break camp leave.
28. August 28th.
Left around 11:30 from Dillon Divide, and took 4 liters of water. I thought I was only going to drink 1. I ended up drinking over 3.
I had about 5.5, I think, and I didn't drink enough.
But yeah, the flies were probably for the last 20% of the ride were, you know, they're flying with you as you're riding was kind of a problem, so that kind of sucked. Once the sun went down, we were making camp, they were kind of gone.
Overnight temperatures weren't bad.
The last, was it a mile? Was a slog.
Yeah.
That was brutal. That was a tough climb. So our, what was it, almost 4,100 feet of climbing over 16 miles.
Bathrooms, not too bad.
Yep.
Clean. Very clean bathrooms considering.
Yep, Black Widow in the one. Be careful the spiders. But yeah, surprisingly the latrines are in the, you know, not filled up. There was one, we don't know what kind of animal it was, but it was doing like
Something came through
for
the
a
middle.
while.
For a while, for about an hour and a half.
It didn't come through, it stopped.
Yeah.
It's
22 to 25 miles back
25
to the car.
miles back to the car. I think we have a total of 2,500 feet of climbing. And, but yeah, it's nice. Just a shame there's not water here. It'd be perfect if there was water.
Yeah.
All right, about a mile from camp. Pretty green up here too, must be because of the altitude. I think we're only about 5 miles out of camp, maybe 6, and it's pretty much been all downhill. National Forest Rest Area, North Fork. Just came down there. And last time I was here, there was a guy selling Gatorades for the Pacific Coast Trail. No camping, picnicking on facility grounds. Because I think we're literally next to or on the PCT. But yeah, someone put out some water, some 5-gallon jugs here, some Trail Angels. We could definitely use it. If it's the park rangers or who, but yeah, definitely very cool. I just saw a deer. Out of service propane, and on the other side of the propane tank was like an RV area, it looked like. Up from the North Fork day use area, picnic area, and if you can see it there, it's that clump of trees. But basically this is once you hit there, you are in for a just over 3 mile climb with about 820 feet of climbing. But this is tough. 8% grade, 9%. This is probably the hardest part of the ride. This way, I hope.
So we think that's Acton out there. Look at all the green trees down there.
No, that shouldn't be.
Uh-uh.
In a drought.
And where they're getting their water. And we're heading this way. Gonna go up that hill and along that ridge. We're gonna climb now.
9% grade, just under a mile climb. I think it was only 300 some odd feet, but feels like the next hill, every hill is tougher than the last one. 6 miles or so, 6.5 maybe to Bear Divide. And then another 4 from there, back up to the car. Might be all paved. Section washed out a few years ago, or avalanched out a few years ago. So here we are going to Sand Canyon Road. Okay.
Out here and to the left, right?
Yep, should be. We're pretty close to it, I think. Whew. We have a downhill from here. It's really windy. Here's all the guys we got to be aware of. So it's 1:26. We just made it back. Just a little bike check here. It's a Jameis Renegade Steel. I have Hunt 650B tires, carbon, with the Mezcal tires. Took 4 liters of water, which wasn't enough, but they've had more. Had some trail magic there at North Fork Campground. There was 2 5-gallon containers of water. And my gearing, I have a 30 in the front with a 46 in the back, and I used the 46 today. I really didn't use it that much, but I needed it today coming out because the climbs are much shorter and steeper. It seemed like the next climb was always tougher than the last one. Running the spine lock, Revelate with the Apadura, Revelate handlebar or top tube bag. And then I have the Salsa Cradle with their bag. And this is the older version. I think the newer one uses, what do they call them? Volet straps. I think they've redesigned it. Some bars and have some gummy worms. GoPro sits in there, and then I have a Garmin Explorer 2. And then I have a dropper seat post, but that's not working. Rogue Panda bag that has the drone in it, spare batteries, and then my tools. Oh, and the tent poles.
This is what I rode, Fazari Bajo Peak, and I had a seat post bag on the back, Ortlieb, waterproof. To protect my dropper post, I wrapped that with those exercise bands. Revelate Designs Crunchyroll, I think it's called, on the front. I had the entire sleep system in there. I had these Moose Trex feed bags. I had 5 liters or plus at the start, and I didn't drink enough. I was wanting to make sure we didn't run out. Wahoo Element Bolt. This little bag, pretty awesome. Tail fin. It straps on by itself without needing any kind of mounts or anything. Had that on my back. Then it's a 2.5 liter of bladder bag in the back. Pedals I had, shoes, the 510s. That's what I wore the whole time. And I don't know, Rock Brothers pedals. So everything seemed to work. Oh man, my gloves, Home Depot. There you go.